So Helen's been here since, I think it's January of last year, and she works as a health advisor for the 111 service. This was back when Helen was very new on the phones, and a call came in from a patient's mother. He was in his 40s, and his mum called us because he was unconscious at the time of the call, and Helen picked up on that straight away, recognised that it was a time critical situation that she might need some support with, so she put her flag up, which is a process that we use when something potentially an emergency is happening, to which I was up on the floor at the time supervising the shift, so I went over to her straight away to see if I could give her any help, and she told me that this patient, it sounds like he might be agonal breathing. He was having long pauses between breaths, and there was a lot of noise to his breathing as well. So she followed a route on the system that we use, and selected a not breathing option, which then presents you with CPR advice to help with the patient's condition. However, there was a problem with this call in which she couldn't give the CPR advice because the patient was quite large and he was in a chair, and his mother couldn't move him to a suitable position to do that. So Helen asked me what we should do, and I'm not clinical, I was just supervising, so I went and spoke to a clinician, saw if there was any other advice that we could give, made sure that we did everything that we possibly could to help stabilise his condition until the crew arrived on scene, and luckily they got there really, really quick. And Helen was a bit panicky when she left that shift, being quite a new health advisor, even though she did the call very, very well. She was a bit like, I'm just worried, was there anything more I could have done? I said, look, just go home, I'll call through to 999 once you've gone, and I'll send you an email to let you know how it went. Upon calling through to 999, they chased this up for me, and they said that the patient was taken into hospital and they was given a reverse drug, because what had happened is he'd had a heroin overdose, which is why he came to be in that position. They gave him the reverse drug, took him into hospital, and by that time he was then awake, responding, breathing normally, and fully conscious and alert. We do come across situations like that, but they're not as common as your standard, like referring them to a GP kind of call. I mean, 111 specialises in non-urgent healthcare, but there are situations like this which our health advisors are trained for, and being a new health advisor fresh out of training, she did so well to cope with it and followed everything that she'd been taught and got the patient the help they needed. She was so calm, and I think the fact that she's obviously a very naturally compassionate, caring person really showed as well. She kept the trust values at heart, she put the patient at the heart of what she was doing, and she recognised when she needed help and did everything that she needed to get him the help that he needed, and she saved his life.